Hello, I'm Steve Naveau, Human Resources Director, and I will be presenting the Memorandum of Understanding for the Oxnard International Association of Firefighters, also known as IAFF. The purpose of this item is to adopt a successor Memorandum of Understanding, also known as an MOU, with the International Association of Firefighters. This group represents approximately 120 employees in the fire department, and they the classifications consist of firefighters, fire engineers, fire captains, and fire investigators, as well as fire inspectors. The issues addressed during this round of bargaining consist of medical plan contributions, cost of living adjustments, a change in the standby pay, ocean rescue, swift water rescue pay, as well as ad pay elimination. In regards to the medical plan, similar to what we did with other bargaining units over this round of contract negotiations during this past calendar year, the changes being recommended include an increase in the city's contribution it's a 15% city contribution increase in the first year and then 5% in each subsequent year of the contract, with the intent of providing a sufficient enough increase to cover a family plan and at least one of the medical plan options. This increase will help maintain a competitive position in the marketplace. Some of the changes that we made in this medical plan consist of the waive and the cash back. So the waive occurs when an employee who's enrolled in medical coverage outside of the city can, when they provide proof of credible medical coverage, receive the city contribution in cash rather than the health benefit. And cashback occurs when an employee enrolls in a city medical plan, but the premium of that particular plan is less than the city's contribution. In an instance such as this, the employee would receive the difference as cash back. So although the city is proposing to make increases in its contribution, it is decreasing these cashback and waive amounts. And to implement this change, we have created a two-tier, two-level system in medical contributions that is intended to slowly wean employees off of the waive and the cashback payments. New employees or employees who make changes in their medical plans are going to immediately move to this level of coverage that does not have any cash back and where the waive is significantly reduced. In this instance, with this bargaining unit, the current waive is $1,243 per month. It's going to get reduced to $500 per month. So by us reducing these payments, these payments from the waive and eliminating the cash back, we take that money that employees were getting in their pocket, we put it back into the plan, which helps to offset the increase in contributions towards actual plan premiums for employees who are actually taking medical coverage from the city. Cost of living adjustments. So as we've done with the other public safety bargaining units, there are 2 years in this contract where we have 5% increases. The first year of the contract, as you can see in the schedule that we have here, there's a 0% increase in the first fiscal year, which is 21-22. And then we have the 5% in year 22-23, 5% in 23-24, and then 3% in the fourth year of the contract, which would be fiscal year 24-25. Standby pay, which is the next item here. So employees receive standby pay when they're required to be available outside of work hours to respond back to the work site. So this is an employee who's assigned to standby. They end their work day, they go home for the evening, but they are available if a phone call comes in and they are required to return to the workplace to perform their job. Currently, employees who are placed on standby in this bargaining unit, they receive $2 per hour to do this. We've agreed with the bargaining units to increase this to $1 more increase it $1 more an hour, so that it will be $3 an hour. Incidentally, we have another bargaining unit, a non-safety bargaining unit, where we also use a lot of standby for after-hours work. That came to council earlier this year, asking for the same increase from $2 an hour to $3 an hour. So this is an issue of parity with two bargaining units whose employees within those bargaining units we do use for standby frequently. Ocean Rescue and Swiftwater Rescue. The city currently has employees who are trained in performing both ocean rescue and swiftwater rescue. This team requires employees who have both the physical and mental capacity to perform these tasks. Consequently, not every employee is capable of meeting the performance standards to be on this team. The 2.5% incentive is intended to ensure that the department maintains a consistent pipeline of qualified employees who are both willing and able to perform this vital function. The ad pay elimination. This is an area that the city has been focusing on with our bargaining groups throughout this round of contract negotiations. Ad pays are things such, with this group, are things such as longevity pay, education pay, hazardous materials team pay, and emergency medical technician pay. And these are additional amounts of compensation that employees can receive for various things. Longevity, it would be for time spent with the city. Education would be for things getting a higher degree than what's required for the job. Hazardous materials pay is for employees to be on a hazardous materials team. And then emergency medical technician is for employees who have an EMT license. So the bargaining unit here has agreed to eliminate these ad pays, as they're commonly known in the city. A trade-off on that is that we're going to provide a 1% increase in pay the first full pay period following council approval in 2022, and then another 1% is going to occur in July, the first full pay period of July in 2023. These ad pays will then essentially go away come January of 2025. And what will happen is employees that are earning these ad pays, that pay will just be rolled into the regular rate of pay that they receive for doing their job. Those ranges will, the top of the ranges will increase by these amounts. But these areas where this additional money has been placed, those categories will permanently cease to exist in the contract. So the total estimated cost of this package for IAFF over the 4-year period is $2,795,965. 15.83% of total compensation, which is 3.96% per year. 100% of this is general fund. As I've mentioned as I went through the COLA schedule, the first year the IAFF agreement is in fiscal year 21-22, there's a zero cost. The CFO estimates that the city's fiscal year 22-23 adopted budget has sufficient appropriations to cover this cost. In this slide, we show the two different methodologies for calculating this. And as we've done in previous contracts, we show both what's known as a labor methodology, which illustrates the cost increase in each year, independent as a percentage of base compensation. And then we show the budget methodology, which actually compounds the increased cost over the entire contract as a percentage of base compensation. And so here you can see that under the labor methodology, we have that total of $2,795,965, which is a 15.83% increase over the full contract. And then there's the budget methodology, which as you can see for each fiscal year, it totals out to the same percentage, 15.83%, or $2,795,965. If you then compound under the budget methodology, it shows this inflated number of $6,016,983. And that concludes my presentation on this. And of course, I will be available to answer any questions.